Hello and welcome to Stocks Advisor again. Today we will talk about Apple Incorporated, traded at Nasdaq, ticker name AAPL. Well, Apple does not need any advertisement and introduction, of course, an enormous, huge company with market capitalization of $2.36 trillion, growing steady, crazy, but of course, sometimes it also has its waves, ups and downs. So therefore, we are going to discuss today how to play here. Currently, we see the trade was finished with red candle with a small body size, also small shadows, but relatively comparable with the body of the candle itself. And this is after another 3 days, 2 days actually, of also small body and dark candles. So the question is, what's this? Is it an indication of a decline? Is the wave is going to finish? Or it's just a plateau and then we're going up? Well, to answer this question, let's do a quick analysis here. As always, at our daily chart, we have here 3 colorful lines depicted, our 3 moving averages. They help us to understand what's going on here. And here on the left, you see their legends moving averages 20, 50, and 200 being green, blue, and red line correspondingly. So at the moment, what is important for Apple is that it's expecting really enormous and actually record Q1 reports for this year, also related to iPhone 12 sales expectations. Actually, everything, all perspectives, all projections are very positive for Apple. And if you are just mid-long-term player, also the company is really long time already, so-called 20, 50, 200 stock, well, 3 moving averages are aligned like this, though we had some period of 2 months of this being not completely the case, but now it's over, now again growing. So if you're a middle long-term player, you can just enter almost at any time and wait. If you're a short-term player or daily trader, of course you would like to catch an appropriate wave, and that's what we are talking here today about. So what's happening now, after having the previous wave that started somewhere, you can say at beginning of December, and actually making like 3 steps, we saw a major decline here that sent the price in between moving average 20 and 50. This is usually indication of more serious correction, and then after this was done by 19th of January, we see the price action again started to go up, but now it stopped. And actually what we see here is pure flagging indication. So you could see that we are slightly drifting, not that much, and kind of forming a flaggish formation. And this means that soon we should just restart. It's one of the possibilities because the price, although it's slightly bending moving averages, but it still might be a false bending, because moving average 50 and 200 are still quite growing quite nicely, and with second derivative being positive, so higher than 0. So what could happen? We could again, after some, let's say, looking at RSI wise, after some return closer to the middle, we can have another wave. Looking at MACD, it also confirms these considerations, because after having a negative wave and going to the positive one together with starting this new wave, and once flagging started to form, we are like bottoming, so forming the top of the current wave, and it might slightly decrease before making another positive wave, and this way it will be confirmed second jump. A similar situation we saw in August. You can see the first wave was finishing and then second wave started. Simultaneously it led to forming actually another high waves. And here is exactly again the same by end of September with clear flagging, similar situation you can say, and then another spike. So we can hope for this one, wait for this one, and enter. Of course, if it will be just a slow deceleration of the wave, and if price indeed will go lower to reconfirm, we will also be prepared. We will now discuss how to play here in this case. But in general, the first bet is of course on the further grow. And with this being said, it's already advised to buy within the size of this flag, so this would be the first entry position, maybe more closer to the lower part of this flag, because still some volatility is expecting during these days. And then if indeed it will be, instead of flagging and going next wave, if it will be more like a slow deceleration of the wave, which also could happen, we just need to be prepared and wait for entering at the nice levels. And with this being said, actually you can see the very first level to enter and to wait would be definitely the level of moving average 20, because we will definitely then are going to touch it and maybe even slightly pierce it. So with this being said, these two support lines, S1 and S2, will define our, let's say, first average down opportunity, first entry. Also, by that time, it will be between moving averages 20 and 50. Actually, will be quite strong support line here. But again, should we pierce further, also possible in this case, because we don't need to forget the possibility to return to this volatility block that was seen by September, October that we just mentioned at the beginning. So if we're coming to similar block, but it will be higher now, maybe a bit higher levels, this is also possible. And because we don't need to forget that this distance between moving average 50, 20 going almost together at moving average 200 is quite high. So this gap could be also filled with some volatility as it was, for example, during September or December action, or September, November. So to appreciate this possibility as well, then we will need to be really prepared for some more, let's say, stronger average down, stronger support levels. And with this being said, we can just then wait for really lower levels to enter, because we want to be always profitable at our trade. And with this would be the second average down, actually the last average down opportunity possibility, S3, S4 levels for Apple, with entry here. And by that time also it will be very nice support level, because moving average 200 will be in the vicinity here as well. So it will be very strong, solid double support. So with this being said, of course, it's not expected to go that low, because this should maybe come then only with some catalysts, more than technical, let's say, beyond technical things. But first two levels are, of course, driven by technicality here, and both can play, so should be a quite nice entry play. And again, since it's more bullish expectation for Apple, we advise here more aggressive 5 portions play, meaning you enter with 1-2 strategy. What does it mean? It means that the money you would like to play here, you can split in 5 portions, then you can buy with 1 portion in the first circle, with 2 portions in the second circle, and again with 2 portions in the third circle, according to the entry levels described here. This way it will be the best optimization of profit versus loss, and you will be quite safe actually in your trade, although it might take a bit longer if we are going to go to second and third level, especially up to 5 weeks. But yeah, then it will be longer play, but also will provide you more profit at the end. So speaking of profits, at our channel we always advise making 10, maybe 10+%, and then go try another opportunity. We post daily many videos, so you can always find something interesting at our channel. Also, speaking of being in touch and finding other opportunities, if you are not always at YouTube, you can also find us at other social medias like Facebook, Instagram, or even at free mobile application also named Stocks Advisor, momentarily only for Android devices, but soon also release for iOS is expected. With these, you will be always updated about our newest videos at the channel, so you will not miss those opportunities, possible profits, and new interesting discussions for US by stocks. With this being said, thank you for watching this episode, and see you at another episode of Stocks Advisor channel.